What's up, y'all? We're here
We out here.
at Box and Burn, getting ready to kill.
And you're gonna beat up AB today? Is that the plan?
Today we're
Dan really wants you to beat me up.
Yeah,
He really wants you to
that's
beat
my
me up
main
on
goal.
camera.
Today we're kicking AB's ass.
Yeah, my arm looks kind of big from this position, right? A little bit. I'm just gonna shoot the whole video like that. What's up, guys? About to be in the creator clash. I'm flexing so hard I'm gonna give myself a heart attack. Holy shit. For those of you who don't know me, my name is AB. Most of the internet knows me as AB.
Fuck you, AB.
Fuck off, AB. Go the fuck away, dude.
Go fuck yourself, you stupid piece of shit, AB.
Some know me as Starkilla,
AB, aka Starkilla. Let's go.
Starkilla.
but most people just know me as AB from H3. Now, this video is meant to be a promotional video for the boxing match that I have coming up. And I'm told that these boxing videos or promotional videos usually have 3 factors to them, which are backstory, training footage, and a why, as in why am I doing this fight. But before I get into that, let me first introduce my opponent. You know, every good story needs a villain, and it's smart to introduce the antagonist early in the video. So that being said, I will be fighting Brett Hundar, Brett Hundley from Cow Chop. So help me God, if I see one more comment that says AB is the door, I'm gonna lose it. But in all honesty, he's a really nice guy. I've heard nothing but good things about him. We've only talked a little bit on the side. We had a few interactions, and he's always been really kind. And also, it's really cool to see the crossover between the 2 audiences. It seems like there's a lot of crossover between the Cow Chop and H3 audience. So a lot of people seem to be excited about this fight. We'll come back to Brett. But before that, let me give a quick backstory. My name is AB Ayad. I'm a producer for the H3 podcast. I'm from Dearborn, Michigan, which is a city just right outside of Detroit. You guys don't give a shit, but I just wanted to say that for Dearborn. Shout out Dearborn. My YouTube career started off with a commentary channel called Starkilla. When I started Starkilla, I hid my identity and I wore a mask. I went by the alias Starkilla because I was applying to med school at the time, and I was afraid that a commentary channel where I call out people like J Station may interfere with me getting into med school and my future overall.
No freaking way, guys. Oh my god.
My channel didn't take off, but through a series of events, including making a video defending Ethan Klein, it led to me landing a job at my favorite YouTube channel, the H3 podcast. And it really was a dream come true. It was crazy. One moment I'm simping over Ethan over the internet, and the next thing you know, I'm blowing in his face in person. So Idubbbz'S offered me to be in this event, which was really cool. I've been an Idubbbz'S fan for years. I got a call from an unknown number, and I answered, and I was greeted with "Assalamu alaikum, brother." And it was Idubbbz'S, which was one of the most surreal / funny phone calls in my fucking life. I don't know, something about Idubbbz'S calling me and greeting me with "Assalamu alaikum, brother" was hilarious. I think Ian's been working on his Arabic since he got married to Anissa. Me and Anissa are like the exact same mix. We're half Lebanese and half Irish. So that's where the "Assalamu alaikum" came from, in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, him and Anissa asked me a bunch of questions, like my weight, my height, prior fighting experience, and him and Anissa made all the pairings for this fight. And I really trust their judgment. There's a lot of other factors that went into it. Actually, I'll let them explain. They were talking about it earlier in a live stream they did about the event.
Saw some people talking about Hundar and AB. Trust me, guys, Hundar versus AB is a good matchup. We personally matched all of our fighters up. For those of you who think it's kind of random, it's not random. You know, we have to get weights and heights, level of experience, you know, see where everyone's at. Don't think AB is getting killed. He is not. AB's a killer.
Also, AB's in like one of the toughest gyms in LA, getting pounded on every day by people tougher and more experienced than Hundar. We're really not worried about him. He's survived a lot.
Yeah.
And is doing really well.
Hopefully that gives you guys some comfort that I'm not going to die, those of you guys who do care. And those of you who don't care, who just want to see me get my ass kicked or just want to see the match, hopefully it's an entertaining match. Hopefully it's not as one-sided as many of you guys think it'll be. But don't count me out just yet, okay? I've been in a few fights in my life. I don't want to sound like any of these other guys who say I'm going to shock the world or anything like that, or say that I've been in a bunch of street fights, because I haven't, but I have been in fights before. I got in a fight once where I was dressed as Michael Jackson at a Halloween party. Do you guys know what that's like? It's a lot of pressure because, you know, if you get your ass beat, you know there's going to be a viral video of dude dressed up as Michael Jackson getting his ass beat at a party. Fedora and all. That being said, he is a scary looking dude. But honestly, boxing is not all about size. It really isn't. I'm more concerned with my own shortcomings. But yeah, it is still intimidating. But I know myself. I know I would not be able to live with myself if I let fear get the best of me. If I missed out on this opportunity, I would never be able to live wondering what if. You know, it's such a huge opportunity to be in this event with all these large YouTubers who I've been watching for years. And I'm very thankful. Thankful to Idubbbz'S and Anissa and Ethan and Ela for allowing me to take place in this event. So yeah, I couldn't let it pass. As scary as it may be. But that was 6 months ago, and I've been training ever since. I have gone through hell. It's a miracle I haven't broken my nose yet. Can't properly articulate the anxiety that I go through every day. That 30-minute drive between work and the gym is just, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. You never know what you're gonna get in sparring. You could do great one day, you do great 2 days in a row, and then you just go the next day and get your confidence just beaten out of you. But I am getting better. You know, I haven't fought anyone my size in a while. My coach stopped putting me against people my size. I was doing really good. He started putting me against bigger guys about a month ago. And I've gotten lucky a few times. I've gotten my ass beat most times, to be honest. But yeah, I've gotten lucky a few times. It's been rough, but thankfully I've had a great coach.
All right, just come on, bro. Faster. You gotta get your shit together, bro. Dude, you're not. You're gonna have to step it up.
Okay, that's a joke, obviously. My actual coach is none other than Wally Lucky Boy Amatoso, who was a pro fighter, and this guy is no joke.
Wally Lucky Boy Omotoso.
And in all honesty, there's no one else I'd rather have in my corner. Me and Wally have gotten really close, and I'm very thankful to have him.
Come here, you okay? Come here. This motherfucker got the trunk.
He's tough. He's tough on me, but that's what I'm used to, coming from a strict background, and I like it, and I'm very thankful for him. And I've been training at Wildcard Boxing, which is Freddie Roach's gym. Any of you watching who are familiar with the fighting world, I'm sure you know who Freddie Roach is. He's a legend in the boxing world. He's trained legends. He's a legend himself, and his gym has a legendary reputation. That being said, 6 months is not a lot of time to become a boxer, especially when you're dealing with someone like me who wasn't an athlete prior. And I almost quit after my first time sparring. I was really considering it, but by chance, on my way home from sparring that first night, Ela Klein messaged me and asked if I'd be interested in Teddy Fresh making custom gear for my boxing match. And I was like, oh, that is the coolest thing ever. I can't say no to that. And it like completely remotivated me. I never told Ethan or Ela, but yeah, shout out to Ela for unknowingly giving me the motivation I needed that night, because I was done, like, honestly. That and Idubbbz'S taking the time to really help me and guide me throughout this whole process. Him and his wife Anissa are so kind, and they're really down-to-earth people, and I don't think I would have got through this experience without their guidance and help. So shout out to them. Even after Idubbbz'S whooped my ass in sparring, he was very kind and comforting and making sure I was okay after the whooping. We'll save that footage for another day for time purposes, you know. So I've given you guys a backstory. I didn't really give you guys too much training footage because they don't really let us record in the gym. They're strict about that at my gym. So I guess all that's left is a why. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this hell? If I had to break it down into 3 reasons, it would be 1, well, it's for a great cause. It's for a charity, and which is really cool. And besides myself, I think it's really cool that the bigger creators who are involved, who don't need the exposure, they're not really gaining anything from this besides the experience. People like Idubbbz'S and Dr. Mike, they don't need the exposure, but it is really cool that they're doing this for charity, especially when other creators are very greedy and only care about the money. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Monotone Monica over here.
Another reason I'm doing this is I never want to get comfortable. You know, I love the job that I'm at now. It's a dream come true, but as cliche as it sounds, I'm not trying to sound like a Gary Vee type, but I always want to do more. I always want to put myself in uncomfortable situations and see what I'm capable of. I want a reminder to not get comfortable, and there's nothing more uncomfortable than being punched in the face repeatedly. So that's another reason. Lastly, I really want a silver play button. It sounds really pathetic, but the exposure from this fight helps me get one, then that's pretty cool. And let me give you guys some context. Prior to getting this job, I went through hell. I come from a very small-minded community, a strict Arab family. I've always wanted to be involved in YouTube. I've always been obsessed with filmmaking, but no one in my hometown, my family, no one could understand that. And I don't know, I've always just wanted to be involved in YouTube. And at this point in my career, I consider my success based off of the success of the podcast, and I consider myself fully H3 for life. But also there's a part of me that has a personal goal of getting that play button. I don't know, it's just, it's stupid, especially because I'm involved in this event with a lot of large YouTubers and creators. It sounds pretty pathetic, but I don't know, it's something that I've always wanted, and it would be a dream come true. You know, I do work for one of the largest podcasts on the platform, so I could just put out more videos and get it. And I do intend on doing that either way. But Starkilla has sort of become like a side project for me, and I haven't been uploading because I have been preparing for this fight. But yeah, I'm getting that play bond one way or another. But hopefully this fight could help. So in totality, clout. That's what this is all about, charity and clout. You can buy tickets now for streaming the event. There's an early bird special going on right now. Tickets for the actual event to go in person will go on sale in the next week or so. Brett, my opponent, put out a video talking about the event on his channel Muscle Party. I suggest you guys check that out. There was some playful banter at the end. He made a few jokes about some walkout songs I could play. I was thinking, what could I say to talk trash back to this this very large gentleman? And he is a really nice guy, so I don't actually want to talk shit. You know, I don't hate the guy. He's actually a really nice guy. What can I say in a playful manner? And I'll say this. Let me prop myself up a little bit. This message for Brett. Brett, I know you're watching this.
Look into my eyes, Brett. Hear me, Brett. If I lose this fight, nothing happens. No one expects me to win. I'm the underdog. But if you lose this fight, Brett, no one will ever forget that. Do you know what happened to Ivan Drago after Rocky IV? No one does, because everybody forgot about him. All they remember is the story of David and Goliath. The small man took down the mountain.
That's all I got. I don't know. He's a nice guy. But I hope to put on a good show. I hope it's a good fight. I want to take a moment to thank Keemstar. He's been really surprisingly pushing me a lot during this event. He didn't talk about me on Drama Alert, which was kind of messed up to Brett because, you know, if you don't like me, you don't have to promote me. But I don't know what Brett did to you, Keemstar, for you to leave him out on your announcement video. But I appreciate that you made up for it by talking about me on your Twitter space for 3 nights in a row.
I'm almost offended that I have to keep talking about him on my platform.
So thank you, Keemstar. You've always helped me out in my career since day one. God bless. Appreciate you. Papa bless. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get this shit over with. Buy tickets. Wish me luck. Subscribe. Help me get that play button before. We have 1 month left, guys. If I get that play button before then you know, I'll fake an injury or something. Just help me get out of this. That's a joke. I would never do that. I would never do that to Idubbbz'S and Nisa and everyone else. My coach. Everyone else is counting on me. I would never do that. Just subscribe. Just subscribe. Wish me luck. Peace and love.
Yeah, picking up the pace. A little bumpy, but you got this, buddy. Come on now.